Icky.
Thank you very much indeed, Dan. Well, it's time to sink our teeth into a new vampire film. Basically an adaptation of Dracula with an all-star cast including Bill Skarsgård, Willem Dafoe, Lily Rose Depp and Nicholas Hoult. David got to speak to the cast and director Robert Eggers to hear all about Nosferatu.
This creature has chained itself to your wife.
Impossible.
Its sole impulse is to consume all life on Earth.
Good morning to you, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Well, you're both very jovial for a movie that had me shaking in my seat. Congratulations, Robert.
Thank you.
Willem, movie number 3 now with you and Robert. What keeps bringing you back to him?
He gives me interesting things to do. I like being around him. He's a great filmmaker.
Robert, tell us a little bit about your 20-year-plus fascination with Nosferatu.
I saw the movie when I was 9 and on a crappy VHS, and it was a very transportive, mysterious experience. And then I did a play of it in high school, which kind of put me on track to be a director. So yeah, I've been thinking about it for a long time.
Wow, pretty progressive for a high school doing that. Willem, there's a frightening beauty in this film. Does all that detail on the set help you with the character?
Absolutely. Because the world tells you what to do, basically. You know, you're not trying to be creative. It's all there. You're living it rather than making it up.
He's coming.
Who is coming to you, my child?
Nicholas, this isn't your first vampire rodeo. You were in Renfield a little bit earlier on this year, but this one's a little bit scarier, though.
Yes, a lot scarier. That was kind of a play on a toxic relationship in a comedic action sense. This is true horror, terrifying, authentic, gothic, historical movie, I suppose, yeah. Very different.
Description, actually. What you
I just said words. They didn't even flow correctly, but you got the gist of it.
That felt right.
Yeah, I think you nailed that. Lily Rose, you must have been exhausted at the end of every day of this shoot. I went down a real rabbit hole on the internet studying this the Buto Japanese dance from the 50s that you do in this movie. Tell us a little bit about that physically and what it does for you.
Yeah, it's fascinating. It's a Japanese dance discipline that involves, I mean, I'm gonna butcher the description of it, but now you probably could do it better than me because you've been researching more recently than me, but it involves almost letting yourself be possessed, if you will, by another entity.
Sorry, I have a question. Is Buto, is it performative or is it spiritual, personal?
It's performance art.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding.
Okay. Thanks. Sorry.
Good question, Nicholas. I want to talk about Bill Skarsgård. This has got to be one of the scariest performances I've seen in a movie since It. How is it working with him?
I mean, he just completely transforms, and it's wonderful to be around because, we love Bill. He's a wonderful, kind gentleman, but then seeing how he transformed vocally, first of all, that's what we first got a glimpse of in that performance. How distant he was in terms of that, but then physically how he shifted and imposing it was. It was something that, from a performance standpoint, felt very real and rooted in history and truth, and that's what made it so scary.
6 hours in the makeup chair. He worked with an opera coach to lower his voice an octave, and he went places internally that were quite frightening, I have to say.
And that comes across in the film. Gentlemen, I think they'll be talking about this movie for years. It is a masterpiece. I really do appreciate your time.
Very kind. Thank you.
We are here encountering the undead plague carrier. Nosferatu.
Goodness me, looks terrifying. Nosferatu in cinemas in a fortnight, January the 1st. How about that?
It looks a bit scary, Dickie.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know if I'll be watching that one. Okay.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and...
What's my name again?
Oh my goodness, Carl.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?